Hello, so normally I review food, but I also review handbags, and today I'm going to be reviewing a backpack, and don't normally do this, but because I am using it to travel, and I travel fairly light, I wanted to just give you some tips on what I think about it, why I chose this backpack, and if there's a better one out there, let me know, but I really like this one for the price point. Testing it out today. Alright, so this guy is named Mark Ryden. He's got branding right there and branding right there. I like my bags black because once you go black, you never go back. And also because it's really easy when you're traveling minimally to not match everything. So you want to match as best as possible. I'm always wearing black usually. So black backpack suits me just fine. Alright, so outside it's all supposed to be water resistant, and you can feel that it's fairly smooth. I don't know what happens if I scratched it up against a pole or a wall often. I don't know. Anyways, so I like it because it's slim, and I usually fly without any luggage. And I wanted specifically 3 things for the next backpack I used to travel with, and that's 1, having a designated laptop area, because every time I fly, and I fly like within Europe, for example, through say Ryanair, you have to take out your laptop and put it back in, and I'm always working on my laptop, so it was annoying taking stuff out to take out my laptop. So designated area for a laptop. Second thing was to have an area just for clothes. So second area for clothing, just to be a little bit more organized. And then 3, I always have a pair of shoes, and I don't like it always getting in the way of other things. So just a good to have was a separate area for potentially having shoes. Alright, so, and also, as a traveler, I really am all about making sure you never want to always worry about keeping track of your passport. So having a secret compartment, or a compartment close to you, I think it's really important. Alright, so, and a handle. This is just a good to have. But anyways, the top 3 are the top 3. Okay, so the back pocket is it's okay. My laptop is 15 inches. This backpack is good for a 16 or 17 or 18 inch. There's a lot of room. So I don't know how it'll affect the backpack itself because I don't want it to bend. I like backpacks that have form. Anyways, inside, it's fine. There's also a tablet holder, which I don't need because I don't use tablets, but I always carry a book with me, so it's the perfect size for a book. Probably doesn't need foam, books don't need that much protection, but learn a lot through books, so maybe it does. Okay, and then the second holder currently has my water bottle in it, but water bottle, don't need it. This is actually really big. And what I would put in here is my clothing, essentially. I can fit in a week's worth of clothes. Typically I use for about a month, if I was honest. So a lot of versatile stuff. If you want me to do a video on the essentials of what to bring when traveling for long term as a minimalist, let me know. In this section, you can put in, I also made sure that the pockets inside of a backpack were useful. Every pocket needs to be useful because everything on my back matters, if that makes sense. Because as you're carrying this backpack around throughout Europe or South America or wherever you're going, you really feel every piece of material on you. And you want to make sure like it's weighted properly, or that's what I want anyways. So here I have my charger. Well, this is just my iPhone charger, which I need all the time. But behind that is my charger, this thing right here, which I always carry, and then the other side is the wire for it. I like them separate just because I like my round things separated from my squares, but maybe that's just some other thing. I have my mask just in case, but I think another cool thing to maybe put in here would be like for females, like a pad for menstrual cycles that happen to surprise you for no reason. Or I could put it on the front. Anyways, and there's two other pockets back here. The one on the left, this one right here. Oh my gosh. One on the left is useful because I put my battery pack in here, and that connects to the outside of the laptop, or outside of the backpack. For this charging thing, this I'm not sure if I like because over time it will become obsolete, but for now it's okay. And then here, I haven't really thought of anything, so maybe it's a useless pocket. That's number one. Hold on, things came out, which is not necessarily good. Maybe it needs like a zipper, but it's okay for now. Okay, so that's the second slot. It's two zippers for the second, and then the third is where you would put, or where I would put my shoes. Right now I have lotion. I always need lotion. My hands get dry, along with lip balm. The cool thing about this bag, because I don't have that many keys, is having one of these, because you can just like pull out and pull back in, which is nice. Okay, and then there's another pouch on this side, which I would possibly put a pad in. And then there are actually two more pockets. I don't want to really stuff it because I don't want the bag to be super bulky. I like my bags fairly as flat as possible. Just the way I like it. Okay. So then maybe I'll put like cards that I don't necessarily use, or maybe even a passport. Anyways, that's probably not a good idea. And then final touches, as you saw earlier, there is this thing. So I put my USB back there, but also my my battery pack, because it connects to the back. And then the outside has a zipper right here. I always also carry, if I needed to, I could put a book over here, or my journal. I journal a lot, especially when I travel. I like writing down my thoughts, and just the best way, honestly, it's like the most priceless thing you could give yourself is your thoughts into the future, or your thoughts when you're in the present, in your future, right? Because right now we're in the past. Every time we're talking, it's now the past. That was the past now. Okay, anyways. And then the other pockets that you haven't seen are this side pocket. This is good for like a water bottle. Right here, there's no zipper here, so I don't know what happens if it rains hard, but water bottle, trash, receipts, I'll probably keep it fairly empty, maybe a water bottle, or even like hand cream at the right times, or sunglasses, something, probably not sunglasses. And then at the top, right by the handle, there's this like little sliver. Honestly, nothing fits in there except for perfectly cell phone. So cell phone goes in like this, and that's really like, that's about the whole like width of the phone. Which is great for like, oh, like I need to stick this in really quick while I check in my bag in the airport. This is like perfect because you can't have anything on your body, or you could put it in the bin. I like to put everything together so I can grab it and go. And that's about it. Oh, and then something I really like is, I don't know if I like all the padding, especially in the summer, but, and it's actually hard to see on this camera, but there's like this extra layer and this pouch where you can put, I would put my passport, but I'd put my wallet in the back. And you don't really feel it because there's like padding here, you just feel there's something there, which is fine. And my favorite, not my favorite feature, but anyways, I honestly really like that the passport goes in the back. I feel like it's one of the safest places to be. I think the only other place I'd be comfortable with a passport is maybe, I was gonna say the bottom of a bag, but actually people could slit the bottom, and then you just lose your passport, I guess, cut in half. I guess it won't be usable, it's fine. If you are traveling with other bags besides your backpack, there is the option to put it over your handle of your carry-on, your rolling bag. I don't even know what they're called, luggage, because I don't use it. And a really nice, fun feature is on top of the belt whistle, which might help you feel more secure. For me, it's what it is, whatever. Also more branding if you care that there's branding, is this little pocket on the side, and you can like, I usually always use one or two cards wherever I am. So like instead of like pulling out my whole wallet, just pulling out one or two cards, I think is the way to go, so you don't lose everything. Like, you might lose your credit card, but like you don't lose your passport. You might lose your credit card, but you don't lose your student ID card. I think these are important. You might lose like your Metro card in New York, but then you don't lose your credit card. I think these things are important. So I like putting these separate cards in separate areas. Okay. And if you need cash, obviously, like, put it on the side for emergencies. I think that's the last place someone would like come and try to rob you. Of course, I've just told everyone, so they're not gonna rob you by like your chest area. Hopefully they don't. But if they're attacking you in your chest area, probably a few dollars or your credit card is the least of your worries. Just give them your bag. Ask them to kindly give you your passport. They can take everything else, including your very expensive laptop, your amazing journal full of, thoughtful words, and everything else, right? Okay, so that's my current thoughts on this bag right now. I've only tested out for one day, sweated in it, rode with it. Oh, it's not good for bikers, I will say. I was cycling with it, and it's fine. I cycled with it just fine, but I will say, like, because I like to carry my backpacks high, because it's better for your back, when the backpack is so high, this particular backpack, and I have a helmet on for my bicycle, it will, like, hit the back of, like, when I'm riding, and I wear a helmet, it'll hit this part. It's fairly close, actually. So, not that great for cyclists, but yeah, you might be cycling abroad with your backpack. It's tolerable, it's just annoying. And that's about it. I do like the handle because I like to put things down from time to time, or this bag, my bags, from time to time. And it's very sturdy, which I like. Put this bag down once. No real scratches or trash connected. So, if I had to review this and like give it a number, I love giving things numbers for some reason. I would rate it, for comfort, I would say like 7 out of 10. It could be more comfortable, I think partially it's because of like this cushion down here for the back, but for looks, I would give it a 9 out of 10. I like it all because it's fairly compact and you don't have a lot of things in it. It's okay structured, but this part right here, I've never been a fan of it. I do charge my phone on the go all the time. I like the design of another company called Incase a lot better because it's like discreet and it's like a pocket basically that you can like expand and like zip up when you're not using it. This one is outside. When this becomes obsolete in a few years, like I'm just gonna want to cut it off and I can't. That's the only thing. And then for what was I reading? For looks. Okay, yeah. So for looks and like efficiency, I would give it a 9 out of 10 overall. And the last thing is price. Price is important for some people. I think it was $68 or $69. For me, it's a good price point. Most of the bags I purchase range from $100 to $200, sometimes a little bit more than $200. So given that it was under $100, I was like down. Especially if you're traveling with it for months at a time, I think investing in a okay bag is good. Like I wouldn't say like just go out and get a bag that's $200. Like don't just go out and get a North Face just because you're paying for the brand. Like get a bag because it has the properties that you want in a bag that will help you save time while you travel, because time is not necessarily money, but time is something that is priceless, right? Like time you can't get back. So whatever makes your time somewhere, going somewhere better, that experience better, I think then it's worth a lot. And if you can get it for less than $100 for a good quality product, I think it's good. So did I rate the price point yet? I feel like I haven't. Okay, so price point wise, I will say it is, like now that I think about it, can be pricey, but I guess I've spent a lot of money on bags. I think I will say maybe like realistically, I wish it was a little cheaper, but I haven't found another one. Like the other bags I find are just like bulkier for cheaper. It's like I've seen like Samsonite bags for maybe like $39, $40, maybe $50. And if it was between like a Samsonite, which is very like an efficient bag, there's a lot of great pockets, and if it were like just flatter and more structured, it would make sense for me as well. And I would splurge on the extra $10 to get a bag like this. I guess I would rate pricing maybe like a 7.5 out of 10. That sounds reasonable. So, yeah, 7.5 out of 10 for pricing, 9 out of 10 for looks, and then, you remember the number for comfortability? I think I'd say like 8 out of 10, or, yeah. So yeah, that is a review of this new bag I just got. Hopefully it's helped you if you're, a minimalist or you travel often. I do not take my reviews lightly, so hopefully it's helped you in some way or another. And I hope to see you somewhere in the world. All right, peace out.